How's it going, everybody? I'm back in Fallout 4, and this time I am going to be building a couple houses here at Nordhagen Beach. The whole idea for this is a trailer bed that was like blown down here, I guess. Whatever. It was has a couple of crates on the flatbed that it's pulling. And it's mostly like in the ground now, but it's gonna be part of the settlement. I initially had an idea of making this like more of like the middle area of the settlement, because my initial thought was I was gonna have it connect to everything from the front, and then also I had only initially thought about doing one container. So that's why you can see right here I had done this, and I had thought about putting one up above, and I really didn't like how that was looking. Didn't think it would make as much sense, so I ended up just putting one next to the other. I was trying to see if that would actually just pick up or not, and that picked up that car. So I end up picking it up out of the ground, because I wanted to use a piece that was actually in this area already, and then put it right here in front so that there's kind of a little path up to that. I have a little bit, I wanted it a little bit off so that way it doesn't look just like super even, just looks kind of messy. And then I put scaffolding floor out in front. I think I actually grabbed a piece of scaffolding and I put it down on the bottom of it. Maybe. I'm not 100% certain anymore. It's been a long time since I actually built this. A lot of Nordhagen was built at the beginning of August, and then there was a little bit of a gap between when I actually did it. So I couldn't get the scaffolding to actually place, so I ended up just doing a ramp right there, because I think I wanted it to come out one more floor piece and then go like parallel to the actual trailer, like come down parallel to the actual trailer. And then this right here is just supposed to be an entrance, like kind of like porch to the first trailer, or not trailer, but first container, shipping container on this trailer bed. And go ahead, and I think I moved the truck a little bit forward eventually, but yeah, whole goal for this was just make a really scrappy looking trailer bed where I had couple of beds inside of some shipping containers that were on the bed of a semi. And then, because I want there to be a lot of vehicles in this area, and you guys will see what I do with that a little bit more in the next video. A lot of these builds are also bigger than like what I feel like I usually do, but it's fitting for this settlement, I guess. So right here I had some handrails or some guardrails onto the front just to make it look a little nicer, I guess. And then I wanted these to be sort of like houses. Like I said, I want them to be people's homes, so I eventually add roofs onto the front of both of them, like little overhangs, with the like quarter roof pieces from Custom Vanilla Assets, and I think that it ends up turning out pretty good. And there's a lot of decorations that I add that make it look really scrappy. And overall, I think that it turns out well. Um, anyway, I'm I mentioned it in a couple videos back, in the last couple videos, I think, that I'm pretty much done with this place right now. I want to come back to it, but I kind of just ran out of ideas here, so I just moved on. I'll have like an unfinished tour coming out, but I actually decided to like move on to Far Harbor finally. I just I wanted to try something new because I've not really built up Far Harbor before, even in like my original saves on my old PlayStation 4 and everything. I never really built up the Far Harbor settlements ever. I did like build there a little bit just so I could have people, because on my original save on Fallout 4, that's really all I did whenever I played, was I just wanted to have as many settlers in a settlement as I could. And like it just, I don't know. It wasn't really like built up. I basically just threw beds down, built very simple structures. I built like the pre-built shacks and stuff like that in settlements, and I was like, that's good enough for me. So it's not really the best settlements. So yeah, I want to build those up, and I have already started at the National Parks Visitor Center, uh, and I want to move on to like Echo Lake Lumber and Dalton Farm. I'm not sure what I want to do with either of those. Echo Lake Lumber is pretty big building that I can rebuild pretty easily, I think. I could probably do something cool with that place, but I'm still not sure what I really want to do with it. I could honestly make it like a lumberyard or something. Toys Out of the Pram has some mods that really add a lot of like lumber stuff so that you could really do something like that. So I guess I could, but I really have no plans right now for what I want to do there. I'd like to get some ideas from you guys, hear what you guys would like to see me build at those locations. I've already started at National Park Visitor Center, and I have like a general idea of what I want to do with that place. I want to rebuild the house, or well, I've already started there. I'm not finished yet though, so I've not added on to the house. I've repaired the house a lot. The roof is pretty scrappy looking repair. I made like a little attic bunk room, whatever. I have a couple ideas for the main like fenced in area. I repaired the fences a little bit, made them, or like the junk fence that's around the main house, made that a little bit like different looking, because it's really just the same fences over and over. There's like only like 3 separate fences in the base game, so they all look basically the exact same. And I lost my place anywhere tool till I got stuck. It's right there. But I've built a store that's in the middle of the front area. There's like a farm, just some random scrap. I built a chicken coop actually in the middle of the settlement that I think looks pretty cool. It's just kind of thrown together little chicken coop. I thought that was like a pretty original idea. I've not ever seen anyone try to do a chicken coop or anything like that. And I also built a like little 2-story shack for some bedrooms and stuff. And I actually lost that the other day when I was building, and I still have to rebuild it because I did lose that save, but it didn't go back that far. It's just that build is gone. I just have to redo it. It shouldn't take me too long because having built it once, it'll be a little bit easier the second time. and I want to do kind of like the little parking lot on the side. I want to do something over there. I'm not 100% certain what it is yet. I originally was thinking to do some sort of like shooting range kind of training area or something, but I really don't know what I'd even do. Right here I realized that those are too short for me to get under. I end up replacing those later. But yeah, I kind of want to do like a shooting range or something like where they can train and stuff. I also thought about just doing like a circle of shops or something around that middle area of hedges, and then not junk fencing the area in, but using chain link around that parking lot, and then just kind of like reinforcing it in some areas and making it look a little bit scrappier, I guess. But I'm still not 100% certain. I definitely would take suggestions, because if I don't get too many ideas from you guys about what to really do in that area, because like I said, I have a general idea of what I want, but I'm not 100% certain how to I guess accomplish that task. I'm not 100% certain what it is. I'll probably end up doing the same thing that I did here, is move on to another place and start building, and then come back whenever I do come up with something, because I feel like that's a little bit better. It's definitely gotten me more into building again, because I don't force myself to finish a settlement. I have just decided that if I don't want to build someplace anymore, that I should just move on, and I can always come back. And that's fine, because that's what I did with Sanctuary on this save as well. I started to build up in front of Sanctuary, and then I just was like, yeah, I don't really want to do Sanctuary, because I've done Sanctuary 2 times already on the channel, and I really don't feel like building it up a 3rd time. The first time, obviously, was just like the first original videos that I did. There was no voiceovers. And then the second time was the treehouse that I did, which wasn't necessarily a treehouse, I guess. It was just a bunch of structures kind of built up around a tree based on like a very old build. That's the first video that I did that was based around old builds. But here's the finished tour of this area. I wasn't sure how I wanted to connect this pathway over here on the right to the pathway on the left. I thought about going right there through the middle of where the engine of the truck would be, the hood of the truck. I got junk walls all the way down this side. Like I said before, I originally wanted the settlement to continue this way, so I wanted this area right here to be blocked off, but then I left that other side right there on the left open, because I wanted it to be able to continue around to this side of the wall. But just spoiler alert, I closed that off. But right here, I just tried to make a scrappy walkway that led down, and you can see that person's porch right there. You see I used the flat roof pieces instead of the angled ones. The angled ones I think look nicer, but the flat ones work. I can at least walk under it and actually enter the trailer and the container. Right here, like I said, I just put a couple beds in each of them. There's just a bunch of junk and stuff inside. Not too much furniture, just the beds, sleeping bag, and then a mattress. Nothing super fancy. There's a chair right there on the porch. So these are kind of the less nice houses of the settlement. And then this side, got a little winding path that leads back to their porch. Just some junk laying around. Tons of tires stacked up all over the place. And then junk walls all on this side. my idea for this settlement, pretty much, I've mentioned this before too. I want this to be like the main area, and or for housing, and then the rest of it to be really over by the farm. But I want it to look like they expanded out from this part of the settlement, really. So that area is going to be kind of like work in progress kind of stuff, I think. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this. Let me know what you guys would like to see me build in this settlement. Any settlement, really doesn't matter. I'll try to get it taken care of or try to implement it into one of my settlements. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.